Hey guys, welcome to Bronze to GM Part 3, where we are looking for GM, guys. Okay. And we got ourselves a Zerg opponent, which we can probably handle. So it's been a little while. Hope you guys have been good. Hello, hi. It's me, ViBE, and I'm here to teach you Protoss. All right, boys, it's on. It's on so hard right now. Okay. So we got a Zerg, all right, on this exact map, in this same spawn location from previous games we've played. We're gonna scout him after we make a gateway. It's perfect time to go scout to figure out if he's going for a 12 pool. Gives us time to react to not go Nexus first and instead make a wall off. Instead, we can make that wall off so we do not die. So we do not die. It's been so long since you haven't done one of my replays, ViBE, and if you don't do something about it, you will burn out. You told me not to do it, Muffin. I remember you specifically told me, don't do my replay. Don't you remember that? I do. Alright, boys. Boys. We are frickin' great right now. Cancel that probe. We need to make a, you always want to make a core first. And then we go back to probe production. So now we can go back to probes. So 20, basically the build, guys, if I confused you just now, it's pylon, nexus, or sorry, pylon, gateway as fast as you can. And then you build a nexus at 20 and a core at 20. Nexus first. I'm just kidding, ViBE. I know you're just kidding. But Muffin, I'm making a fucking YouTube video. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say, Muffin? Unless I lose, then this won't be a YouTube video. And it's gonna just be in the abyss of Twitch. Because no one wants to watch a loser. Everyone wants to watch B to GM winning. Not GM to B. It's a lot of pressure on my shoulders. I can't take it. We didn't chrono boost our stalker. It's okay. Whatever. Muffin Maestro is distracting the fuck out of me, but god damn it, he's looking good. Can't help but notice. Oh my god, this is such an awkward wall. Pylon is placed 1 pixel too high. That's a weird looking wall. But it's okay, whatever. Make do, right? We just gotta make do, boys, with what we got. Basically, when life gives you lemons or misplaced pylons, you just gotta make do. Alright, so now we're going into chrono boosted Adept Glaive. We don't want to be too YOLO aggressive with this. We've been noticing, I'll say this, we have definitely been noticing with this build specifically that Zergs love, especially Zergs open gas early, they love going Speedling Roach timings. Like hardcore, like lots. So if we catch wind with our Adepts, we'll be a little bit passive with it at first. If we catch wind that our Zerg opponent is that kind of a guy who's like making, you know, lots of Lings and Roaches, we'll just get the hell out of there. We're not going to sack the Adepts. We don't need to at that point. Okay, let's go, go, go. Take our third base as well. Our Adept Glaive is almost done. I don't have a sister, Cialis. Thank you very much for your Submarino. So we got Queens and Lings. Lots of Lings. But just Queens and Lings so far. Get against the wall. Get against the wall! Shit. Since he's going heavy lings, we're going to make more adepts. Heavy lings, I feel like more adepts is okay. Normally I don't... Oh shit, what are you doing, guys? Normally when I make adepts, I like to stop making adepts after a little while, but when it's a guy who doesn't make any fucking... anything okay, hold on. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're good. We're good. So you can see he's still making lots of lings. This is exactly why I am all about my adept choice here. That's a lot of lings, guys. My Phoenix can kind of just follow it for a little bit. Okay, so we gave our wall kind of like a pseudo wall. Let's make a shield battery in our natural. He might be going +1, would be my guess. I mean, that's what I would guess, right? It's what it seems like it might be. Okay, let's start. Okay, hold on. Just wait for a second. Get my shit grouped up. Get charge. Let's get +1 melee. And let's get a Temple Archives too when we can. Go try and save this. That was a good save, honestly. That shield battery finished in the nick of time. That's a real zealot. I was like, is that changeling? Okay, get a Temple Archives. It's about that time right now. And try to pop some queens if we can. Where are queens at? Okay, he's going Hydras. It's most likely going to be like Hydraling Bane. Okay, let's go for a little bit of an attack. We'll make a new core back here. It's fine. And that's kind of just what the result of our shitty wall is, right? Like the core was so exposed. Not ideal. Okay, that's a lot of lings that just died. That's very, very nice. What was that? It's overloaded randomly in my base. Okay, let's go ahead and kill that. And let's go into Archons. We're going to push with Archons. I'm not actually going to go Storm right now. I'm just going to go Archons because he has so many fucking Zerglings. The only thing that's really scaring me right now is the potential of Lurkers. Or not Lurkers, sorry, not Lurkers. Banelings. Banelings actually scare me right now. There's a lot of lings that keep dying. I'm okay with this. My probes aren't really dying. Okay, get out of there. It's so many Hydras. Make a few Archons, and let's do this. This guy does like his run-bys. Let's go, go, go. He's doing another run-by. Send over some Zealots to go counter. And let's hit the other base at the same time. So we have a little squad of Zealots to counter, and there you go, look at the Banes. This is another reason why making Archons and splitting up the Zealots is a wonderful idea. So these Zealots are doing work right now. This is great. He's fixated on my main army. And we honestly should just keep making Archons. The more Archons I make, the better off we are here. Let's do it again. Send another round of Zealots at his expansion over there and make another round of Archon. And more Zealots. The more Archons we get, the better off we're going to be in this fight when it really does happen. So we're being patient. We're just increasing our Archon size because he's so crazy on the Hydraling Bane size. Zealots, get over here and just fuck some drones up. Good stuff. We can maybe go into his natural at the same time and do some damage here. Start picking up a bunch of drones. That was pretty huge. We just wiped out a whole mineral line. And all we're doing right now is buying time to make more Archons. So all we're doing is making Archons. We just turned our Archon count from like 2 into now 9. While we keep trading supply for other things. Okay, run these probes. These probes are going to get fucked up if we managed a little bit. Naturals getting blown up as well. So he's going into the I'm gonna blow your base up style. Every Zerg's favorite. Chrono Boost probes when this happens. It's because we just lost probably like 20 probes there. And yeah, we'll be fine. Just Chrono Boost it back. Okay, one more time. Let's do another counterattack of Zealots, and this time we're actually going to attack with our real army. Okay, he's doing another round of Banes. Just keep making probes. These probes are unfortunately going to get fucked up. It's okay. It looks worse than it is. Chrono Boost probes. Because this guy is trading all of his units repeatedly to do this. And now suddenly my big army is scary. Banes aren't going to help you against Archons that well. Okay, to make another round of Archons. We're still making probes, guys, by the way. Well, focus fire that juicy doorway. Okay, back off. We're still making probes. And we did wipe out, like, although the Zerg is not dead right now, you know, ideally we want the Zerg to be dead, right? But we did just wipe out one of his bases. And our probe count has mostly recovered, I would say. Our probe count right now is at 71 again. So, like, even though this dude is going fucking ham on just baneling my mineral line, we've actually stabilized. Because we're just making probes. And our army, I would say, our army is actually scaling better than his is. Because Baneling Hydra has a... It has an expiration date, basically. It's not good forever. Okay, let's go hit his expansion. His newest expansion. And let's take another base while we're at it at the same time. Because, again, we're playing the Starve Out game. The game where I want to make the Zerg have no money. So if we kill this base that has drones at it, that is pretty naked, the Zerg is broke. Because at this stage of the game, neither one of us has very much money left. And our 3-base setup. And now the Zerg is on a 3-base setup. And he's doing counters again. And we just kind of canceled it out with some weapons. Some nice weapons. go back home for a second, regroup with my Archons that I'm making right now. And our army is fucking super, super, super scary. And before he makes Broodlords. You gotta realize though, if he makes Broodlords, let's check this out, watch. We just gotta do that, and we're good. But, that's not all, okay? The big thing about him making Broodlords is he doesn't have any money, guys. He doesn't have any fucking money. This dude has no economy. Because we killed it all. He's very, very counterattack heavy. You want to know what my guess is? We'll go back. I just maxed out. My guess is the Zerg supply right now. The Zerg supply right now is probably 150. 150 Zerg right now. We're 197 because I just lost some probes. Zerg is 150. As my guess. I bet it's probably pretty close to being accurate. Maybe even like 140. Like this army is going to be a steamroll. Send some zealots to do his natural and just go to his third as well. Let's let these zealots go have fun. Go kill his third. Notice how he doesn't have any army to really fight back with. It's so tiny. He doesn't have any money to go Broodlords either because of this. He's pretty broke. And he is now dead. ViBE said Zerg is 150 supply at 1555. Okay, let's go look. Watch. 1555. Exactly 1555. 102. Even less than I quoted. Even less. Zerg is pretty broke. How many probes did we lose this game as well? We both lost actually similar amounts of workers. He killed 58 probes with banelings. And I lost 50. All right, and I killed 55 drones with my army. But yeah, his style was it's very like mid-game heavy. It's like he needs to fuck you up with, for instance, like the Banes and stuff. And then he needs to like be able to just run you over with Ling Hydra Bane. If he doesn't ever transition off of it, once we get to a point where we have just a lot of Archons, it doesn't even need to have Storm. And the reason why is because he doesn't have a lot of Hydras. His army's mostly Ling Bane. And I'm not saying Storm is bad. I'm not saying Storm is bad. But you're safer if you just make Archons at first. Like, develop an Archon count that is stable and then get Storm. Do not just have, like, one Archon and, like, 12 Templar to Storm. Because if you actually get, like, let's say you go deep into creep for a second to kill a base and he flanks you in 3 different locations and Banes roll all directions, you have nowhere to run and all your Templar are going to die. Otherwise, you just have to make Archons right then, which means your Archons are going to be having to morph into Archons as they get slammed by his army, and they're probably also going to die anyways. It's just risky as fuck to play it that way. So if we make Archons first against somebody who goes heavy Ling Bane, Ling Bane, Ling Bane, Ling Bane, it makes a huge difference at just like, because Archons absorb both Zerglings and Banelings super easy. It's really, really, really strong for Archon. Just makes your life easier, basically, as Protoss. Oh, baby. Guys, we need to get like 100 MMR. And we could be GM with Protoss. Storm would have made this game easier. I would have started getting Storm. Once I had like 10 Archons, I totally would have started using Storm. And that was like, if the game didn't end right there, I would have started using Storm because we had a good, healthy Archon count. Oh my god, is tonight the night? Maybe? Maybe. 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 Barcode boy. I don't know why matchmaking is so weird. Like, I'll have a bunch of normal, evenly matches and games on one day, and the next day I'll have matches versus M1 players. It's just who's queuing, and it's how long people are waiting for queues. The longer people wait, the more MMR gaps widen. So even if you only queued for like 5 seconds, someone in Masters 1 might have been waiting for a game for like 35 seconds or 50 seconds, and they just give it to you because you're available right now, and his MMR gap is wide enough. How are you, ViBE? I'm good. Muffin, how you doing? Okay, we're gonna scout my natural. Just do a quick lap in my natural just to make sure we're not getting cannon rush with some bogusness with like gateway proxy. This build is super common lately. People love to go 2-gate cannon rush. Doesn't seem like it's happening. And now we'll go scout his base with the same probe. Am I sticking with the exercise? I am. Today, I've already done 150 push-ups on stream. All on stream. I'm feeling great. Feeling good. You're shitting me. Yeah, no, I did for real. You can go watch the VOD for proof. Alright, what is this guy doing? No natural yet. Okay, he's maybe getting ready to start one. He hasn't scouted either. That's a question mark. No chronos. That's a big thing right there. If you ever see chrono stacked up to at least half on the Nexus, it means he did not chrono probes fully, which means tech is likely in his future. If he expands, it doesn't really make a lot of sense as to why he skipped that. But if he doesn't expand within 20 seconds of mine, we should get ready for an all-in. Like something really aggressive. It could be a proxy Stargate. It could be a proxy Robo. Okay, probe. It's all on you, on your shoulders. Can you spot an expansion? No expand. Oh my god. But he did make a sentry, so that's less threatening. The sentry makes me feel less intimidated, so I'm going to chrono boost probes. Sentry does mean he's probably going to expand. I'm still confused as to why he's not chronoing probes, though, if he's going to expand. But now we're going to confirm it for real with the Phoenix hallucination. Let's see. Let's also make a Robo. If there's no expansion here now, okay, there is. So he is expanding, it's just later than mine. And he's making Robo and another gate. Yeah, there's no reason why, and he's also going for really fast possible DTs or blink. Okay, we're gonna kill 3 stalkers for 2 stalkers. That's a good trade for us. And the reason why that happened like that is because he fought on my side of the map, which means I have defender advantage, which is easy to abuse. And we just threw down all of our tech, which was Forge, Council, and Robobay for Disruptor Stalker. We're gonna go Disruptor Stalker this game. I've really been liking Disruptor Stalker lately. Once we get fully saturated natural, we'll throw down an extra 3 gates and then take a 3rd. But yeah, we definitely have the efficient build compared to his build right now because we get blink first and then get weapon second. Because we chronoed probes, he did not. That's huge because we're fully saturated now. Definitely he is not. He's probably like 4 probes under me or 5 probes under me right now. Probably like 4. It's not too much, but at the same time, it adds up over time when I'm fully saturated and he's not faster. Like, it's no reason to fall behind a little bit. Let's make like 3 gates right now. Start brewing disruptors. See this? Like, look at his, he's got fully saturated mineral line and that's it. We have fully saturated mineral line and gas. So he's 6 probes behind right now. So his build is just a little less efficient. Okay, he's going heavy at depths as well. Jesus, okay, this is a little different. We'll run the probes away and we'll recall. If we have to. Depending on if he cancels this or not, we'll recall. He canceled. So, okay. We actually don't need to recall because he's chasing us all the way. Crazy, though. A little bit of a crazy, weird build. Keep chrono boosting probes at this point because he just killed some. Yeah, strange build. This is a Doctor Strange build. But we've pretty much recovered our probe count, so we're fine. Okay, time this so we get a disruptor shot right in his face. I can't believe he's running away from 2 stalkers. Okay. I really thought he was going to commit to that. He's being very passive with these adepts now. Okay, we got blink, so we can easily kill these things now. Take a third, and let's go make sure he does not have one. No third. Okay, do not go to his natural right now. Just look for a third. Okay, there he is, right there. Run away, disruptors. He's going for a big fat adept timing, so that's fine. It's fine. There should be a movie called My Big Fat Adept Timing. That's what he's doing right now. That's what he's doing, guys. That's what he's doing. Careful about not walking too close to him without blink. Just be patient, honestly. Again, we have the third, he doesn't, so far as we know. His adept's shaded north, so I was just kind of checking north really fast. Let's go for another timing. And let's give ourselves some pylon vision to see crossing adepts or prisms or whatever. Okay, he's there already with some more adepts. Oh, he's here with his whole army. Okay, so he circumvented me, and he just went for it at this stage. He also has DTs. Force field the ramp right now. Run the probes to the third. There, my other observer's out. Okay, that was super all in. That was a very awkward playstyle. He definitely made this game awkward, but we have stabilized. Now that we know he's a DT player, let's just get a cannon perimeter line just to make this extra safe, and maybe a battery to go with it to make it live longer. If it's like 1 DT, it won't die. And we can just keep warping in units defensively to continuously, you know, fix this problem. Also, just like last game, what just happened? He just lost his whole army to kill my probes. Chrono boost your probes. Fix your probe count. That is the goal here. Okay, those 2 DTs just died. And that's why cannon battery is going to be so amazing now. Okay, make a round of stalkers here for this. Whoops. Go for his third. Do not go to his natural right now. Who gives a shit that he has a natural? Go for his third. If he doesn't have a third, he doesn't have any way to follow up anything in this game. Deal with his units first. Okay, GG hit. Nice. Nice, boys. Just don't let him have a third, boys. Don't let him have a third. This guy played really, really, really weird. For sure. He definitely did not do a standard style. He went for a lot of gates after. Like his opener was a little awkward. He didn't chrono probes and still expanded, but then he went for no gas, lots of gates, mass adepts. and then went into Immortal Dark Templar. It's different. It's not normal. It's his own kind of flair, his own style. But we just played a standard safe style of Disruptor. We played Stalker Disruptor, which is a little more on the micro, but we played it pretty safe at the same time. We never really like invested into being like, I gotta fucking kill his main. All we did was we made sure we had the advantage of a third, and he did not have a third. And when he did, that's when we went for it. And we just played kind of like zoning base defense otherwise. ViBE, why do you never get a warp prism? I do sometimes. I've actually been getting a warp prism more lately, but I can tell you right now that there is literally no reason why I needed to have a warp prism this game. Convince me otherwise. I didn't go for charge. I didn't go for DTs yet. I didn't have anything besides Blink Stalker Disruptor, which does not need a fucking prism. Stalker Disruptor does not need a prism. If anything, I would rather have more disruptors instead of sacrificing build time from the Robo for a prism. Because Stalker Disruptor is not about collapsing and losing and collapsing. Like, what I mean is, like, it's not a style where it's designed to be like, ram into his army and then like take losses and replace it quickly with a prism warp in and then do it again and just keep slamming on the pressure. It's about finesse, and it's about taking engagements where I lose as little as possible and he loses as much as possible because we're baiting him into disruptor shots. So, and then also if I'm warping in stalkers at home defensively with disruptors coming home defensively as well, like the new ones that get built just stay defensive because they're there. That allows me to also deal with counterattacks. So having my army kind of split across the map is also kind of nice. Like for instance, like dealing with the warp prism that he has makes it easier. But if I was going for like a zealot style, yes, I definitely should have had a warp prism. I agree with that. Alright, we got another Protoss. YouTube intro, this is it. Oh, it's already on, dude. We've been. This is game 3 of this one. Game 3, boys. We have a chance. We're climbing. Alright, we're gonna scout our natural for a. I should not have scouted with my probe that fast. That was I didn't mean to do that. Kind of not paying attention. I just want to scout my natural to see if it's cannons. It's not. Yeah, I should be scouting his base soon, but this was too early the way I did it. No, it's fine. We've confirmed that he's actually doing a standard greed build, like a normal Protoss build. It's not delayed economy, so yeah, we'll just chill with our probe now until we want to see if he expanded. You just really want to look for the double chrono or not, because if the guy has 100 energy on the Nexus still, like now, you know that, holy shit, this guy hasn't chronoed anything, and why the hell would somebody not chrono probes and like let their Nexus stack up to almost 100 to 150 energy? It's probably because they're gonna go like fast Stargate and they're gonna or like a proxied Robo, and they're gonna chrono boost out something tech related. That's the only thing that makes sense. Otherwise, it's a build that doesn't make sense. Kind of like last game. Like that guy's, if he's gonna expand, it doesn't make sense to not chrono probes. So this guy should be expanding because he chrono probes. Like he totally, it would make sense to expand for him right now because he gets the most benefit. Okay, let's go scout his base and see if he actually expands. We have a probe here in the front of my base, just so I can build a not pylon, a shield battery if he shows up in the depths. He expanded, and he's got Stalker Sentry, so he's doing, yeah, exact same build as me. So it's normal, it's standard. So now we go back to chronoing probes, and all is Gucci here. This game we could go for fast robo, and we could do charge the Archon Immortal style. He's doing the same thing. So we're doing the same build, like literally the exact same build. Does this guy watch your tutorials? No, no, no. It's not. That's not like this is only my build. I would never say that. It's just it's a standard build. He's playing very standard 2 base. He's not doing anything cheeky, basically. Let's start chrono boosting out Immortals, and let's get a Twilight Council now. And then we'll make like 2 more gateways in just a second. And we'll make 2 more Stalkers. Okay, get charge, and now we're gonna make like 2 more gates. And we'll get a Templar Archives. Yeah, let's get ready to take our 3rd base right now while we keep him busy and get +2 weapons here pretty soon and keep making Immortals. And now we're going into charge the Archon Immortal basically. And we're gonna just do damage here with Prism. Okay, so we're doing a little bits of damage here and there, over and over. That's a hallucination. Did you get a War Prism for chat? No, it's actually, it makes sense with this opener. It's actually really good. I do use a Prism. I just don't use it when I feel like it doesn't really need to be used. Despite what it looks like. I've been getting better with Prism lately. And yeah, we're both doing Charge the Archon Immortal. He's got Archons in there. Honestly, don't stay anymore. Get the fuck out of here. If we lose this Prism, that's going to be possibly game ending. And now that we backed off like that, he's most likely going to do a timing. So now we need to get a pylon here and like a pylon there just to give us a read on where the timing is coming from. And just get ready to zone it out. Because we're going to be attacked. That is absolutely happening right now. Okay, he looks like he's coming from the natural area. Okay, so he went all in. Didn't work. We survived. You can see our third is almost fully saturated. His third hasn't started, so that was why that happened like that. He definitely needed to kill me right there. And yeah, we just had enough. We just had enough. We had enough. Yes! We had enough to not die. So that gives us the win. It gave us the win, boys. Can you back up like 30 seconds? Sure. Like right before the fight happens. Oops, that was too far. So you can see I have a supply lead right now. And again, the supply lead is because of the third. Honestly, it's all, part of it's because he hasn't spent his bank yet, but it's also part of it is because of the third. The third gives us a little bit of an eco lead. Like every second that goes by, this is just generating more money for us to make more gates with and then produce at a faster pace than he can. So he's kind of just done on his like 8 gateways. He has 8 gates, I believe. Yes, he has 8 already. I have 6 currently. But I'm about to have 7 and 8. 9 and 10 are starting right now. So we're about tied on gates. But these gates are just about done, which is going to tie me with him. The amount of damage he's taken from the Immortals is a bit higher than what I've taken. So the Immortals definitely kind of like stabilized us on the difference here. It slowed him down a little bit. And then, yeah, we both have similar upgrades of +2 weapons and charge for this. Neither one of us have blink. +2 for him is about done. +2 for me is about done. Both of them are being chrono boosted. So we're both going to have +2 for this. It's just that I like I said, I'm going to have more over time because I have the third economy, and that's why this is different. I can produce more than he can.
This is a receipt for 1 replay analysis of 1 off at Adapt Cannon Rush games.
This is a receipt for 1 replay analysis of 1 off at Adapt. You're asking me to do a replay analysis of Adapt? I can't do it right this second because I'm doing a Bronze Gym video right now, but I will do a replay analysis for Adapt afterwards. But much love Muffin for the 25. And yeah, like basically, I will say this: Warp Prism Micro for me, not the best. Not the best. Why didn't you use the Warp Prism? No need. It's because I was actually trying to fly my Warp Prism around to save Archons and Immortals. I was gonna juggle them. I was going to micro the Prism. I didn't want it to be stationary. But we microed so fucking minor here. It was not great micro. I guess saved like 1 Archon. And I think like 1 Immortal at the end. I could have saved a little more and made the DPS last a little longer. But it's, yeah, that was the plan. Like, I'm so close to a fucking pylon anyways. I don't need to warp in here. It's totally fine. I wanted to juggle. Like, see, I saved that one right there. And now, because I saved that, like, for instance, like, juggling is actually amazing. Because look at this. I saved that Archon with 1 hit point. And that he's already attacking 1 time because of this. He would have died otherwise. But look how many hits he gets. This fucker does 28 damage every time he shoots at an Immortal. Now, look how many times he shoots. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an out to Zealot, which hits harder, which is 43. 5 times. He got 5 extra hits. So juggling is huge. How do you juggle? You just pick up units that are in the front with a Prism that are getting hit because the Prism has a large pickup radius, and then you immediately drop them behind your front line. So if like, for instance, this Archon, if I picked it up and dropped it right behind this Immortal, it could shoot the Zealots and it would still be alive. And it would be almost dead, but it would be still doing full DPS because it's still alive. So like, we kind of juggled like crap for a little while there. It wasn't the best juggling. I'm not going to take pride in my juggling right there. Not great. How do you juggle? Yeah, you would right-click the unit, and then you would de-click on your Prism itself. So it would load it by right-clicking on it, and de-clicking the Prism drops it out of the Prism as you move around. But yeah. Not the best juggling of my Prism, but it was not the worst, but yeah, it could have been definitely better. But yeah, that guy was put into a kind of an all-in situation there because he doesn't have a third, I do, and he's falling behind further and further and further. So that sucks for him, pretty bad. Alright, do you think SC2 units are doing a percentage of their health for DPS would be better or worse? I think they would be worse. I don't think you should have less DPS the lower health the unit has. I mean, it makes sense from like a realistic standpoint. The unit's like almost dead and it's still doing full fucking damage. It should be like, like, you know, like almost fucking dead doing crappy damage. Like realistically, that's probably how it would be. But for micro, it would make micro really stupid. It would be like, what's the point of microing? Almost. It would basically nerf micro. So it would just make the game more boring, I think. Because micro is actually a fucking awesome part of the game. All right, and I think that's like 3 more push-ups we gotta do from the subs that just happened. Also, yo, Yoda Eater, Kumbaya, Cialis, Blood Spilla, Mr. Radbot, Aloysius Pendergast, Muffin Maestro. Guys, I fucking missed a lot of subs, I feel like. I fucking apologize. I'm sorry. Guys, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. What's going on with the push-ups? I said I would do push-ups per sub. Okay, this guy's got... No, he's not going lings. He's already spent his larva. This is huge. Looking at that. Seeing this? That's greedy. That's an early pool. But the... it's this defensive pool because he's not actually making lings. I want to catch up on subs too in just a second. Sorry, boys. Oh, yo. Kloobs, thank you very much for the 11. Nature Gaming, thank you for the 5. Blood Spilla, thank you very much for the Prime. Cialis, thank you for the 11. Yoda Eater, thank you very much for the 45 tier 2. Jesus. Thank you very much, dude. Kumbaya, thank you for the 36. 3 years, new badge, baby. Fuck yeah. Kumbaya, you got yourself a new badge. And it looks sexy. It looks fucking good, dude. Thank you very much, man. Mr. Rabot with a 45, nearly at that 4-year. Boy! ViBE, cool. Rabot. Why you gotta be such a glorious human being, okay? Rabot and I have memories, guys. Glorious memories. Rabot, it's been an honor knowing you over the years. Radbot is basically the pickup artist. IRL. Aloysius Pendergast with the 14 months. Yee. Thank you, man. Muffin Maestro gifting a sub as well to adapt. Thank you very much, Muffin, for the gifted sub as well, dude. Boys, I appreciate the subs. Thank you very much. That's like, we'll do like 7 more push-ups after this. Like after Bronze GM, basically. I don't really want to do it in the middle of Bronze GM. But yeah, it's on the forefront of the mind. I'll remember. We have like 7 so far. He has to 125 subs. I mean push-ups. We've already done about 150 today. We've done a lot today. My missus is punching above her weight. Come on now. Grabbot, you're so... God damn it, why are you so dreamy? Fucking... What a god. Okay, let's go check his base. And simultaneously, let's start on our Stargates and get ready to take our 3rd. Our third is probably going to get punched pretty hard by some lings. We're going to make a little bit more depths to cover it. Just make like one for now. That's not a drop lord, that's just a speed lord. It doesn't have bubbly butt, so it's not a drop lord. That was huge. He's still making lings. Back the fuck up right now. It's a lot of lings. And whenever someone makes a lot of lings, you gotta always keep in the back of your mind, this guy could go for Banes. So we should get, honestly, I would say we should go for a faster archives this game for Archons. And there you go. We just spread out our adepts really well. That was minimal losses. That was really good. We're gonna cancel that though, unfortunately. We'll just rebuild it. That was as good as it could have been. That was huge fucking investment into a Baneling timing right there. And what did we just say? Banes? Yeah, we'll get some fucking Archons. Spreading out our adepts is huge there though. That definitely saved a lot of our units, basically. Wasted a lot of his money. Do you have more Banes being morphed in on the bottom side right now? Just out of curiosity? No, you don't. Okay, cool. Let's take a robo. Okay, let's get another gateway. And another gateway. And now we have a doorway at our third as well. Okay, lots more Ling Bane. We're going into Archons. There's not a lot of drones at this base, guys. There's like, look at that mineral line. Looks pretty sad. Once our other Phoenix get here, we're gonna dive some drones. Okay, run our Phoenix away for a sec. Again, just make Archons and Immortals. Let's make a shield battery here at my natural in case he tries to bust it with Banes. It's the last thing we want is him busting into one of our other bases. Our third is pretty fortified. Get another base going. Okay, here he comes. Put an Archon in the front to absorb these Banes as they come in. Run the probes for a sec. Probes just run. These are slow Banes. That was expensive, again. And Archons just took a fucking dump on that. Archons were like, hey, Banes! Bye, Banes. We're still fully saturated on this base. Okay, get stormed. And at this point, kill one of my gateways. We're so stable. Just kill one of my gateways. The reason why we're going to kill one is so my Archons can actually move properly. They can't fit through that doorway. Let's get a few more gates, like 3 more gates over here. Or even 4 more. Okay. And send some probes over to this base. Take the gases at it. Maybe like even a couple cannons. And yeah, dude. Make some Archons again. And now, again, if our opponent's going really heavy Ling Bane, Ling Bane, Ling Bane, Ling Bane, I would recommend like 10 Archons before making Storm. Seriously. I'm not even kidding. Like 10 Archons. It's risky as fuck to just rely on Templar at that point because it's so vulnerable to just like, oh shit, Bane's hit us. And all my Templar are dead. Okay, we're going to send out a round of Zealots to his base on the right. So we're going to go like literally like this. A move, shift, A move is natural. Call it a day. Our main army with an observer is going to wipe out bases on the left and kill creep. Meanwhile, we're going to make more Archons defensively at home while we wait. So we're killing creep right now, while also potentially getting a counterattack in his base. This is going to force a reaction right here, because this is a scary army. So Zealots going over here might actually do something. If he disregards this, this could be a dead base for Zerg. Fuck, he killed my observer. Whoops. That was my bad. See these Zealot? It's still doing shit. His attention is stuck on this pretty hard right now. Okay, let's back off. Make sure that Archon doesn't die. Just kill the Broodling so it doesn't get trapped. Just back off. Just back off. It's fine. We can take another base while we're at it because we have control. And we don't have a... Oh shit, I didn't fully back off. Whoops, my bad. Whoops. But that was great damage. Even though we threw away some of the extra units we didn't need to throw away, that was still really good damage. Super good. Now let's start going into air weapon level 2, ground weapon level 3. Transfer some probes to another base that are mining out on my other bases. Fix this base saturation. And now send all new probes here. And we could even be like, cannon, 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 battery, 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 cannon, gas, gas. Cool. Now let's do the opposite of what we just did. Hit the other side of his base with creep. Hit the right side on creep, and then hit the left side with, and we'll even send some Templars with this army too. This will be like actual Storm now. We have a good amount of Archons, and he's going Hydras already, so it changes things a little bit. He's actually going Lurkers too, even more. Let's do a round of Zealots on the other side. And we're going to be patient about it. Wait for a sec. Do not attack before the Zealots get to their location. This is what people fuck up all the time. They're just like randomly throwing shit around. Do not take this fight. Wait. Just wait. Make another observer too, because he's probably going to snipe my observer. Again, we have Storm as well, just waiting on energy. It's almost ready. And now take the fight. Our Zealots are in position. Go, go, go. Make another Archon, and we just crush that fight. But again, he sniped my observers, so almost crushed that fight. But look at the Zealots. Perfect timing. Even though we kind of lost that fight, it was a bit of a wash. Like, we killed a lot of his army, but his Lurkers just didn't die. We still actually won overall because we killed the base at the same time. Because we didn't isolate our attacks, we combined our attacks. And now what we can do, because he's going, especially because he's going Lurker style now, and we're going into Stargate, level 3 weapons in just a second, to start going Skytoss. Let's actually just go Skytoss now. And we have 84 probes, so we're solid on probe count. Do another round of Zealots, and this time, let's just do like 2 rounds of Zealots and attack him with it. Just double rounds of Zealots on 2 sides of the map, and we'll do 2 counters right now. And as this happens, we are switching into carriers. And level 3 weapons is also started right now. Let's get his attention over here for a sec. Again, don't send this in by itself. He's probably going to look at this and be like, shit, bro. Zealots are on my creep. See how we got his attention? We don't actually have to sack these Zealots anymore. We got his attention. We wait on it. Go here. Simultaneous attacks, boys. This is what it's all about. Run these Zealots away. Now these Zealots are going to go, and now we go back because he's most likely not going to defend it this time. Watch this. Okay, no, he's here. So guess what? He's not defending this then. Or unless he has lurkers, I guess. He has a different group of lurkers going crazy over here. But it's fine. We're still doing damage here. We're still killing some drones. But yeah, it's just managing your units a little bit better, basically, is the point I'm trying to make here. And now we're going into Sky Toss. We can even take another base. And let's even maybe add on a few more cannons at this base and batteries. Just to be extra safe. Because it is a pretty fresh base, and we don't want it to die. Keep chrono boosting all my carriers and stuff. Now we have a mothership. And now send one more round of zealots. Again, the exact same thing we just did a second ago. Do it again. I don't care if it dies. It's supposed to buy time. It's not supposed to kill the Zerg. Okay, he's here. He doesn't have detection, so. Alright, now he does. Okay, now he doesn't again. We killed it all again. So that's a dead mothership, but that's also a dead Zerg entirely. And our zealots are doing damage again at his base behind the scenes. So we got 2 zealot counterattacks in his base right now. Probe count is still really fucking good. Yeah, he's got no follow-up to this at this point. He's kind of dunskies. It's kind of dunskies, boys. Okay, and yeah, we have another Skytoss army appearing again at the moment. Were you happy with those two advanced, the two who advanced at Katowice? I was a little sad that Gabe lost. He seemed like he had the last game. I actually didn't see it, Jimbako. Katowice. I know that's not actually Katowice. I didn't actually see the games. I didn't watch any today. I woke up today, I worked out, and I ate a little bit of food, and I started streaming shortly after. I decided to start streaming within the first like hour or two of being awake. So this has actually been most of my day. Today has been this. Anyway, sorry, I was kind of... let's talk about this game for a second. So... Oh, Scheiße. Guys. So all we're doing again is we're kind of throttling. We're just throttling the Zerg. We're keeping him kind of like contained. This goes back to the very first time we attacked him. And look at the Zerg's economy. Seriously. This is the good shit. We're keeping the Zerg on the... Like, this Zerg was doing Lingbane early game. And then we grew an economy lead after it. Even though we lost... we actually killed more workers than he did at this point. But he made a lot of Lingbane, as you guys remember. He was doing fuckloads of Lingbane at my base, attacking me again and again and again. We stabilized. And we have this nice fat eco lead, and now all we're doing, again, is we're going, I don't expect to kill your third, I don't expect to kill your natural, I don't expect to kill your main. But I do expect to contain you, if I can. I would like to contain you, because you've stayed on low tech for so long, and now I have Archons and Immortals, which are very good against Lingbane. I couldn't contain him as much as I would have liked, in terms of like having a great fight, because he actually switched into Hydras now, and Hydras are better than Lingbane, for dealing with Archon-style compositions. But even though he had Hydra, he just doesn't have enough Hydra because he doesn't have enough economy because he invested into too many Lingbane earlier that we could still kill his expansion, but we take losses for it, basically. So we kill the base, and if you guys are wondering, ViBE, why the fuck is the Zerg player not defending his base? I kind of agree with him to not defend it, and the reason why is because these Phoenix would eat these Hydras alive, especially if the Archon Immortal Charge Lot is ramming their face. Because I could be picking up 5 Hydras at a time, or even like 4 Hydras at a time, and letting one of my Phoenix help DPS, which is not... That's actually a lot, considering he only has 15. So if I pick up 5, I'm taking a third of his army away immediately, and my Archons are just going to kill that shit while lifted, and I can just keep picking up more and more and more. Or I could pick up 3 at a time and let the Phoenix DPS actually start killing Hydras really fast, because Phoenix kill Hydras pretty fucking quickly. Yeah. Like, Phoenix plus this ground army could actually kill this Hydra army. 100% it could. So I agree with him being a little passive here. Like, this was actually scary for Zerg to fight here. But he kind of catches me. I thought we ran back, but our army kind of just like sits there. Like it sits like right here. I did not mean to leave it there. That was a mistake. It should be running home still. And then it kind of gets aggroed back into him again. So I lose more than I needed to. I lose both my Archons. That was sloppy. That was super sloppy. Losing, just throwing away 2 Archons is it's a waste of 8 supply and 600 gas. It's a blunder and a half, basically. But yeah, it wasn't like, oh my god, that's going to cause me the game. It just was kind of sloppy. But what it really did, though, is, again, look at the economy. I could still do shit like that and still be ahead because I have more economy than him. And the glorious thing about it is, as well, is if a Zerg player is still on Hydra Tech and the Zerg player is not even matching your supply, the Zerg player is super far behind. Even if the Zerg player is matching your supply and is on Hydra Tech, as long as you're not just going mass Blink Stalkers and Charge Lots, you're ahead as Protoss. Archons and Immortals and High Templars, if that's what the majority of your army is, you have such a better army than Zerg does. Because your army is more expensive than Zerg's is, and Hydras are just like, kind of like this buffer. It's not really like solid units, they're kind of buffer units. They do really well when they outnumber shit, but they do really poorly when they are outnumbered or matched in supply. Because they have this high supply and low efficiency rate. They're not the best units for equal supply. They're only really super good if you have more. And the only reason why we lose this fight is actually because he snipes our observer. We were crushing his army otherwise in this fight. And this is that moment where we were talking about do not attack right now and then do this later. Wait, like, just because what am I going to, like, if you really think about it, why do I need to attack him right this second? What needs to be defended? There's nothing Protoss related in this whole area. It's just open area. So it would make more sense to back up and then take the fight when these guys are actually at the base that I'm going towards, because I know it exists. All right, I'm just going towards it. I don't know it exists exactly, but I'm shift A moving towards it, so that's where they're going. Like, I'm shift A moving there and then there. So I know shit is up there. I know his bases exist in that area, but I'm waiting until my zealots get closer to making a connection, because what I don't want to happen is I don't want, for instance, the Zerg player to take a fight with a Zerg player right now and then have my army, let's say the fight happens and then either he dies or I die, and then these zealots don't do as much damage as they could because he pulls his drones away, because he either kills my army or I kill his army, and then now he focuses on this because that's where his attention is. It's better if I do both at the same time, because then what if I kill his army and simultaneously kill his drones because he's focused on the army engagement? It increases my chances to do damage with zealot run-bys, basically. Also, second thing is if he looks at the zealots because he's like, oh fuck zealots, and he actually tries to micro this at the same time when he needs to be microing this, which might have happened, it makes me get good engagements. Like, for instance, let's see if that actually happened. When I stormed his ass really hard right here, I actually stormed his Hydras really fucking hard for like a full storm. That might have happened because he was actually looking at the drones for a second. Watch this. Notice how he's looking at his drones for a sec? He actually was looking at the army when that happened, though, but he did look at his base for a second. That was like, it causes confusion for your opponent when you do shit like this to them, and it makes their engagements sloppier and worse, and it makes you have a better chance to win the fight. This is how you should always play late game. Always. When you're like high supply, always fucking do this. Always try to like line up, if you can, if you have something in your army like a Zergling, a drop for Terran, or like a Zealot run by. Something to cause distraction for your opponent so that when the fight happens, they're like, oh shit, like, oh god, I gotta fix the problems and everything's dying. Yeah, we crushed his army and then he kills my observer. Like, we could easily kill these lurkers too if I could just see them. We could easily pick up all of them, and then my Archons could kill them all in the air. And then all this shit would have stayed alive. This is 4 Archons and an Immortal and a Stalker at this point. But it all dies, except for 1 Archon. Because the Observer's gone. It died. But look, his base died. That's good. That's good news. And then it's just literally just doing that over and over and over. Because again, look at the Zerg's economy right now. Look at that shit, guys. We have 84 probes versus 65 drones. This is great for trade styles. This means that, number 1, this Zerg cannot afford a tech switch, which he needs, because if I go carriers now, which I am, I'm switching into Stargates now, and he's still going lurkers, he's auto dead. There's 0 chance he wins the game at that point if he's going Hydra Lurker against Carrier Storm. And the second thing is he's never going to have enough economy. Even if I don't tech switch, he's always going to have supply deficits, and it's going to be really hard to win, even just from that, because he's starving. So now we're doing the same thing again. We're kind of doing double run-bys, and this one was a little early, so we kind of baited with it. We drew his army out of position, and we went over here with this instead. He moved his lurkers to save his drones, but like this still did a lot of damage. Again, look at the drone count. We're just like killing more drones with this. Like his drone count is so just shit. It's suffering so badly. The carriers are just like super good at the stage. And we also, again, another thing too is we didn't even go over it. We did another Zealot run by again during this fight. Right here. Or it was already over, shit. As he takes the fight right now, we have Zealots running in from the top side and also the south side into his base. So we have Zealots literally running in over here to kill this, and we have Zealots running in over here to go to his natural. And then these Zealots behind this, you know, this is obviously carriers are winning, but we have Zealots killing his base over here, just crushing drones, crushing hatcheries. And we have Zealots killing rallies over here and killing more bases. So it's like lose-lose for Zerg. And this is the kind of shit you can only do because you have more money than they do. So Zealots basically force trades. And you just, if the Zerg doesn't have a lot of money, you force the Zerg to stay broke forever because the Zerg always keeps losing shitloads of money. It's like, oh, well, I'm mining 1,000 more minerals than you are a minute, which means that extra 1,000 could be literally just 10 Zealots every minute that I'm going to throw at you. And those 10 Zealots are going to cause you to take losses in your economy. It's going to make it to where, like, now if I was mining 1,000 more than you a minute, now maybe I'm mining 1,300 more than you a minute. Now maybe it's 1,450. Now maybe it's 1,700. Now maybe it's 1,900 because I keep killing drones and I keep killing bases. I don't let him expand, and he keeps mining patches out and having to replace drones repeatedly. So it just keeps slowing the fucking Zerg down. It's like speed bumps over and over for Zerg. Meanwhile, I'm over there just being like, let's take a new base and transfer 16 to 20 probes to it, and we're good to go. And then I have carriers, and carriers are just like, I'm God and I can't die if you have no money. Carriers are basically unkillable if Zerg is broke. It's literally unstoppable at that point. Yo, ViBE, what's good? Yo, what's good, man? What up, 5-star rookie? I'm just doing some B to GM stuff right now. Doing that B to GM. B to G. Oh, I got Jim Rising's Terran, huh? It's been a while since I played Jim Rising. Would it be better to put observers in observer mode for the fight? So in general, usually what I'll do is I'll usually have an observer in my army if I need one. If I feel like I need something to push forward aggressively to scout, like if I'm killing something like a lurker, for instance, or creep, But a lot of times what I'll do as well is I'll actually have an observer not in a control group at all that will just auto follow one of my units that kind of sieges or like is in the back line. Like if for instance, if I had an observer auto following my a carrier, it's super easy for an observer to stay alive all the time, or my mothership. You just move command it and take it out of your control group and it just follows your unit all the time and it's really hard for it to die. However, I didn't have any super siege units in that one fight where it died, but yeah, I should have kept it in the back with my Archon Immortal army. This dude's pulling up your stream. No, he's not. Jim Rising is another streamer. I know Jim Rising. There's only one thing Jim Rising is dishonorable in, and it's Twitch rivals. Which is, it's okay though. 2750, I think. Alright, so we're going to take our natural. And take our core. Going core first is safer. Going natural first is a little bit greedier. You're going to have a later stalker this way. But as long as you chrono boost it out, it's not that bad. And with a little bit of probe micro as well, it's totally fine. It depends on how safe you want to be. Both styles are fine though. Okay, so he expanded. It's pretty standard. Okay, so we're kind of boosting out a stalker right now. This is looking good. There you go. We still went Nexus first, and we still got the Stalker before the Reapers here. So it still can work. I know some people are really, really finicky about like, no, Nexus first, that's bad. But on a map that's a little longer, you can totally do it. It's fine. Like if this was Zen, I would say probably go core first. But the Zen Garden one, but yeah, this map's a little easier to do it on. Can you do Nexus first before Gate? No. If you go Nexus first before Gate, I'm not gonna say it's not doable, but it's hard as fuck. You need to be very good to be able to pull that off. I would not recommend. I'm not even gonna teach that to people because I would still struggle to pull it off myself. It's a pain in the ass to go Nexus first against somebody who goes like 12 pool or proxies you. It's so fucking hard. It's not worth it. You're gonna struggle more than it's gonna benefit, guaranteed. Get him Sentry, hit harder. Get him Probe. That's right. Okay, we got what looks like possible tank timing. Or maybe Drilling Claw Widow Mines. It could be that too. I didn't actually get a great scout of his base. but it could totally be drilling claw mines. Okay, we want to make a second forge and a council. And we're doing this off of 4 gates right now. Just to get another hallucinated phoenix out there. I just want to see, you know, what he's looking like right now. We need to really chrono boost out Colossus too right now. I'm pretty scared. For the time being. We'll be way better off once I get a couple Colossus out, but I don't know how fucking aggressive he wants to be right now. It looks like no, he has not moved out. And it's tanks. It's Banshees. Make another observer right now. And make a round of stalkers in my main. Because it could be 2 Banshees at once. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry about the coughing, guys. I know it's probably fucking annoying. I do it. I've been coughing a lot lately. My bad. Sorry. I apologize. Trying never to cough in the mic, though, at least. Chrono boost upgrades. Okay, another Banshee over there. Again, let's leave an observer back on this side. Okay, get a Temple Archives. Let's get another cannon in my main too. This way we can handle just annoying Banshee garbage. Let's get a couple more gates. Let's go look for a third now too for him. Don't let him be too greedy. Like, I don't know how greedy Jim's Terran is, but if it's like ridiculously greedy, we can definitely kind of throttle that again, just like we did against the Zerg. And now we're going into Templar. Send a... Okay, we're sending 3 scouts out, going straight down the middle and around the side at the same time. Okay, it's orbital command right there. Let's go left and let's go get ready to poke it. I feel like we could actually do some damage here, and I don't see a push out from him right now. We really gotta wait for the Templar though. Like, these Templar are super important. We need to not move without them. They are pretty massive right now. Let's take another base too while we're at it. We can move this observer forward a little bit because we're gonna have a base here now. And grab my gateways that I just made. Make sure we have them. Okay. Kill off these medevacs. This would be massive as well. Okay, just rebuild the Nexus. That was 20 supply lost for him right there. That's fucking huge. That's wonderful for us. Chrono boost upgrades. We have 2-2. This is a 2-2 timing. Make some zealots over here. I feel like if we get attacked anywhere, it's going to be opposite side of the map. So let's, you know, get something ready for that. Kill that siege tank first. Focus fire his Nexus with our stalkers the whole time. If he comes and look, see that shit? You just go opposites. Warp in opposite of where he is. Kill the sensor tower and just kind of like back up. We're throttling him right now really hard. We can make like a couple cannons at this outer base. Maybe another cannon on like the side so it would make drops get smacked over and over if he tries to like bypass that base. And now 3-3 upgrades are started. We can start getting air weapon upgrades. We'll do another round of Templar. Check my mineral lines just to make sure we're good everywhere. Make some gases here. Probe count is maybe like 6 down. Yeah, we just made 8 probes basically, so we're fine. Grab all these dudes we just made over here a second ago, and let's go hit the another base for Terran. Okay, he's pushing the middle. Run our probes for a sec. Okay, fix it. Okay, just we know he doesn't have a base here. Check this again and go back. And then we'll wrap around the other side of the map, do another warp in of zealots just to regroup a new army. And do another warp in. Grab it. Maybe blink at a unit. Okay. That's fine. And now we can start going into Tempest and more Colossus, just to keep it super, like a simple, easy peasy composition. Chrono boost my boys out, rally point everything to like right there. Fix this gas because we had to move it earlier. Probe count is still looking pretty good. We're at 84 right now. I just made 3 more to fix that. Check this base. Kill this base immediately. Focus fire the Nexus again, or the command center again. Okay, just back up. Just back the fuck up. We don't need to stay. If he chases us, we can kind of try and AoE him down a little bit, but we do not need to stay. If my observers die, that's a minor loss. I'm sorry, observers, but I'll remake you. I'll remake you. Starving him is, again, the whole point of the game. And then we could go again, check with our Zealot and see, is there a base over here? Do it again. And then, you know, the next time we push, we're going to have... he is also making Liberator now, so we're making Tempest. And then we could go back, and we're about to also have 3-3 upgrades. We could actually even add in like a Warp Prism at this point and go into his base with a Warp Prism. And because Jim is like, he's really low on money, we could like, you know, have a counter Prism like in the main base while we also pop one of his new bases. And it would cause even more problems for Terran. So that is a great way to control it from there. And we could just keep going Stalker, Zealot, Colossus, Archon, Templar with Tempest. And we could even make a mothership. Which would be nice at having like a big time warp bubble. Or we could even do something like I could kill a base here and move the mothership in this way and recall into his base from there with a big ass recall and kill another base or something like that and like control a ramp or something. Like there's a lot of things you could do. But again, this game was just control. It was basically, if we were to like back it up a few minutes and just times 8 it, it's all about us having more workers than Terran, or ideally having a good economy, and then just controlling the map. Don't ever let him have a good economy as well. So right now it should be somewhat similar. I should have a little bit more just because of Chrono Boost, but it should be somewhat similar because I haven't attacked him really. He hasn't really attacked me that much. He's only killed 5 workers, and I'm still ahead by 7. It's pretty standard. But now this first attack, when we kill the command center, this is where it all starts kind of falling apart. And then when we do, again, this is just normal behavior of Terran, of just players in general. When you go to one side, especially how Terran plays with Bio, they will always attack the other side. It's like you invest heavy on the left, they're going to start like punching on the right and shit. So what do we do with our next warp ins? We make it on the right to prepare for this. So this is perfect because our zealots deal with the bio drops and we don't lose a fucking nexus because of this. While simultaneously he's investing some of his army supply over here to attack me, while we are gonna blow up his third. So now watch the economy. This is the key right here. Watch the economy. Look at the economy is not that much different. We're only ahead by 13 workers, but look at the actual mining difference. We're doubling gas and we're doubling minerals right now. And obviously he's not mining anything, but he did just lose an orbital command, and he also is losing a fuckload of mining time because he had to run away and then lift off and the other buildings and run away. Like everything had to run away, and we didn't lose much. We just lost our zealots. Like our stalkers and our Colossus and Templar are still alive. Our expensive shit's still alive. And we just do it again. Just keep starving over and over and over. And the more that this happens, the harder it's going to be for Terran to actually stabilize. So again, we killed another base. Look at the mining. We're mining 3,000 and 1,600, and he's mining 1,600. So we're, now at this point, it's almost tripling. And when you get in a situation like this, and a Terran is like lower supply than you, and he has no bank and no real development of a bank, that's when it turns into situations where I can throw units at him over and over and over and just be like, even if I lose like 50% more shit than you lose in this fight, because I kill your fourth, if I kill your fourth, your mining is going to look really, really sad. And it's not going to go up suddenly, magically. It's going to stay that way. And I just keep doing that. That is literally the way to starve your opponent. Like it repeats so often. A lot of people get really super fixated, and we've said this so many times in Beta Jam. A lot of people get super fixated on being like, I have to kill the production. Every building has to die. I need to get in there when I have a momentum swing in my favor and just break down his fucking depots, all of his bases in the center of his base where his production is, and just don't let him produce anymore. But these production facilities can't produce anymore anyways if you starve him out. And if you starve him out, it's like a shitload less scary to kill a isolated command center than it is to break tons of buildings. Like I have to break the gases, I have to break the engineering base, I have to break all the factories, the starports, the barracks, I have to break the engineering base, the armories, I have to break everything, add-ons. All this shit has to, there's so much hit points that I have to break through, which is going to take forever in his base. Whereas if I only have to break through one command center that has 1,500 hit points, that's so much faster. I could break through that in a matter of 3 seconds or 4 seconds with Stalker Focus Fire. And like a few Colossus and Archons and shit like that. Like it would die super fast. And then suddenly it's dead. And now all these buildings no longer get to be active anyways because he's basically got no money to work with. He's just broke as shit. This base looks okay because we killed it a couple times, but the other bases are pretty sad looking. Just like ours are pretty sad looking too. But the difference is all our probes that are oversaturated go here, go here, go here. Like we have all these extra bases because we're just holding map control. And the safer and more conservative we play with our army to starve him out as well, the more we don't give ourselves a chance to lose map control. It's all about control. Just out of curiosity, we're 52-22, right? Yeah, we're in GM territory again right now. We are currently ranked 12 on this list. Dude, you know what? I actually might get GM with that. If I'm already 12... Let's play one more. Just be safe. Don't lose it now, ViBE. Shit. Don't make me nervous. Don't. Oh, God, I missed my transfer. Oh, shit. No, we're fine. I really feel like my Protoss has gotten better. Your camera's not focused. Here, I got you. Watch. Okay. There you go. It's got focus on something. Hey, look at my hand. Whoops, I made a gas before our gateway. Okay, now I'm fucking up a little bit. Chat, don't fuck me over, okay? Please. Okay, check to see if we're getting cannon rushed, and then go to his base. There is no cannon rush, it looks like. I don't see a probe anywhere on the minimap. No buildings. Good stuff. No cannon rush, guys. Looks like we're solid. Alright. Probe in my base now. That is a tad bit early, but yeah, it means he just scouted after a gateway, I guess, because mine's still traveling. Like his first gateway probably was the scouting probe. Okay, he just got his core done. Double gate, super standard. Double chronos on his nexus, very standard. He's not doing anything too crazy. I should be seeing a nexus go down any second now. I don't really care that he sees that I'm going nexus, because I already know his opener is designed for a natural as well, so I'm not really that afraid right now of whatever he can do. Run away for a sec. He still has not expanded though. That is a sign. Like, you know, that's something we gotta take into consideration. He needs to fucking expand for us to feel actually safe. If he doesn't expand, there's a chance. Double adepts, okay. So now we definitely need a probe on this ramp. Just chilling. Okay, let's get a robo, just in case it's proxy robo. The double chrono, it definitely seems like a macro opener, but it doesn't have to be, especially if he opens up, if he's not going to expand. Expansion is everything. If he does or does not commit to that. Are you going to commit to it? No. So we're getting all in. Make an observer fucking as soon as we can. Make an observer immediately. Observer right away. DTs, possibly. Or blink, but probably DTs. Blink doesn't make a whole lot of sense either because unless he makes like proxy 3 gates or some shit, but it wouldn't be that hard to deal with blink, I feel like, if I just chrono boost immortals now. But DTs could kill me immediately if I don't make an observer. I could die to DTs if I didn't have an observer. But we are chrono boosting our robo nonstop now. I'm expecting I'm honestly expecting potential DTs, but I really am expecting just a fat timing in my face. Like something is gonna attack me. Hardcore. And we're gonna scout him again with another sentry in just a sec. But we should be okay so far. Like it's looking pretty decent. We're definitely playing safe. Okay, it's mass adepts. Okay, we're gonna make a shield battery right now and lock him in. Okay. Chrono boost probes. Awkward dude. We have a recall as well. Let's try and counterattack him right now. Don't bring the sentry. Don't spend all my chronos either, because we need to recall. We need to save a little bit for recall. But this is what I want to do. I want to take a fight with him in the middle of the map, so I can force trades like this faster. I don't want him to just be able to like expand now. Oh, fuck my nose. Yeah, he is expanding now. Guys, I need a fucking tissue so bad. Oh my god. Dude, I need a tissue. This is ridiculous. This feels so uncomfortable. Oh my god. Okay, I'm much better. Sorry. Oh, much better. The Kung Flu strikes again. Okay. So this is definitely looking, at this point, I would say that opener of his was a little awkward. I don't think we dealt with it as good as we could have. I think the second I saw it was Adepts, I think we should have blocked their base again. Like, we definitely don't do that enough against players who go Adept styles. I definitely let myself be taken advantage of more than I should against people who play that way. But right now, I would say it's scary until we get disruptors. So here we go again. He's probably gonna, this is gonna set up a timing again right now. He's actually gonna do a timing on my natural right now, probably. We need a Chrono Beast out of disruptor immediately. Okay, no, he's still chilling on that comp. That's, thank God. Because that comp is not actually going to be that scary once I get disruptors. I'm going to check for a third right now. No third. And no third. Okay, good. This is good news. He's here. Try and pop the prism if we can. Yeah, that was not good focus fire. That was actually really bad focus fire. Oh fuck, I have an Artosis pylon! Kill the fucking immortal right now. I think we just lost. Fuck! No! Okay, GG. We're dead. The final game, boys. The final game. I actually lost. We just honestly, long story short, at this stage, in the early stage, we should have made a like a pylon or something. How late did I realize he was going Adepts? Like, did I actually scout adepts with my Phoenix? I saw the first two. That was fine. I handled the first two adepts just fine. But how long did it take me to realize he was going adepts, real adepts? He did have his army in an awkward position. I didn't really have a lot of time to react. And an adept can actually go through a force field with the shade. It just goes through it, so that doesn't work either. If I would have built... Does this probe have a chance to build here? Yeah, okay, it does. If I would have actually built a pylon right now, a pylon, or a battery, fucking anything, just build that and block it. I could have actually prevented this from being a problem. That's what would have needed to happen, because then what I can do is I don't get kited. This shit kiting me was a problem because I have to chase it now. And then I ended up just kind of behind after this was over because I lost so much. His recall was smart. We're still actually in a realistic game here, but we are still just slightly behind. A couple of better disruptor shots and we might have been able to win this game too. Also, that was a fucking horrible focus fire. I wanted to focus fire the prism. I like misclicked or something. I think I clicked on like a fucking sentry or some shit. And also he had good force fields. That was also stupid of me to expect to go through the force fields. That was really dumb. I should have been more patient and waited for more disruptors. That was impatience. Yeah. Disruptors were doing work. I just broke too early. That was just bad play. That was just bad decision making in a repetitive motion there. Oh my god, we just lost 31 points. The GM dream is gone, boys. How do I defend early battlecruisers as Zerg? Every damn game. That shit gets me. As Zerg, just make queens. Queens and drones. And you can make some roaches or lings. Roaches are safer because if he goes hellbats, lings kind of get fucked up. But roaches and queens and drones is easy peasy. We're talking like 10 queens, 8 roaches, drones. Here goes ViBE back to 4,800. Let's fucking hope not. Let's hope not, dude. That was the last game we needed to win, which means now we have to win probably like 3 more or maybe 2 more if I get a decent win. This one's gonna definitely make me have to win 3 because this is gonna be a small win or a big loss. You got this, ViBE? I'm fine. I think we got this still. That last loss was very avoidable. It was very avoidable. It wasn't like, oh shit, dude. We just got destroyed. It was... Like, we knew what was happening, but we just didn't react properly. So we kind of crumbled. Yeah, let's go scout my natural and then scout his base. Just to see if we're getting cannon rushed again. Maybe. What the fuck is that? What was that probe doing? What are you doing? Are you cannon rushing me, bro? Okay, that's a possibility, yes. Hey, yes, he's cannon rushing me. Cancel it. Okay. Just lock yourself out of my base, that's fine. With me. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to chrono boost the back gateway, okay? Chrono boost the back gateway. The gateway that will probably... Oh, he's actually attacking with the probe, so probably chrono boost the front gateway then. Whatever gateway he shoots first, we don't chrono. Okay, he's going for that gateway, so chrono was the other gateway. And cancel the zealot, or the stalker rather, in the gateway that's gonna die. Let's make a second gateway now. Going to boost another stalker out of another back gateway. Make another pylon. Kill that fucking probe. We're still making probes. Okay, kill that cannon. Guys, we fucking figured out cannon rush. I'm actually really glad I got cannon rushed because this was fucking annoying to get a system down that works against cannon rush. But I really think I've actually got it down. I think I got cannon rush down for proper defense with stalkers. So here's how it works. Okay, these are important parts of this. Let's go back to when it started. So what I like to do against cannon rush, guys, is right here. This is the first part. When my gateway is at 50% of the way done. Okay? When my also he didn't switch gateways, he opened gateway. He actually opened gateway forge. This is very all in. And the really hilarious thing is this is exactly what happened to me last time. I was almost GM with Protoss, and I fucking got owned by this shit like 3 times, and I was like, God, like it was so annoying. It was just like repeated cannon rushers, but this time we're fucking another level right now. But yeah, he opens up with gateways. This is it's just how it goes. But first things first. My new PvP opener for scouting purposes. As soon as my first gateway is at 50% completion, I start gateway number 2. Normally, it's to be timed properly. I usually start gateway number 2 at like 75% on the gateway's completion, like 70 to 75. But I just do 50% now, just because the scout is really important, and I don't want to rip multiple probes off the mineral line to do multiple scouts and multiple buildings of buildings. I don't want to do that. I just wanted one probe to do it all, basically. So 50%, and I go build my second gate, and I scout my natural thoroughly for this. And what do I see when I scout my natural? I see, oh look, there's a fucking probe hiding on the right side. He's not going directly to my ramp. He's going to the right side, boys. He's taking a detour on the right side. This is a very cannon rush-esque movement because he's hiding a probe in my base. So I spot his ass. And now I'm going to go to his base, ideally. Or that's what I would have wanted to do, was go to his base. But I'm kind of following the probe because that like, if I didn't see the probe, I would have went to his base. Excuse me. If I didn't see the probe, I would have gone to his base. This looks cannon rushy. He builds a pylon. That's even more cannon rushy. That's like, okay, he built a pylon. It feels like a cannon rush a little more now. He builds a second pylon. That feels even more like a cannon rush now. I really thought he was going to cancel this pylon, though. I'm just going to tell you guys in a second. But now I've kind of really got a feeling that he's cannon rushing me. I'm still going to make my core with another probe inside my base in just a second now. That is a priority. I'm still making probes. I will still make pylon number 2, and I will still take gas number 2 in just a second. But now that I see probe number 2, this is 100% a cannon rush. 100%. Now what I wanted to do is I actually wanted to I thought he was going to cancel his pylon to allow himself to get into my base, but he made the pylon to prevent me from pulling my probes to stop the cannon rush. So this pylon blocks me from stopping it, but at this point, his pylon is done, and he could start a cannon and then build like another pylon next to it, and the cannon would go up. It would. It would not be stoppable at that point with just probes. So I really thought he was going to cancel it, and then he was going to build a pylon on the high ground to then further cannon rush my main more, with possible zealots to come as well. Like, this is not a guarantee that it's going to be zealots, but I really thought he was going to cancel the pylon. It makes sense that he would. So I was ready. That's why my probe, when this pylon gets closer to finishing, that's why my probe is so close to it. I'm fucking ready. I was like ready to build a pylon because I want him to stay blocked out of my base. If he lets this finish, that's actually ideal for me because he can't actually go into my main base then, and it buys me time to build stalkers. So I thought he was going to cancel it. He didn't cancel it. If he did cancel it, I would have built my own pylon there. I would have literally blocked his probes out of my base even further. That's why, again, that's why I'm sitting here. To just try and build it. But he lets it finish. So I'm like, okay, cool. And now what I do is I start another gateway in the back because I already, 100%, I already know. I'm also saving Chrono Boost now too. I do not want to spend my Chrono Boost. I'm saving it for stalkers only. I am not doing the second Chrono Boost for probes now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start 2 stalkers on 2 gateways, on my first 2 gateways. But whatever gateway gets attacked first, I'm going to Chrono Boost the other one. And it guarantees my stalker is going to pop out. My first stalker. But I am not going to double Chrono Boost both gateways because if he focus fires one gateway, it guaranteed will die before the stalker comes out. So we start 2 stalkers and we wait to Chrono to see what gateway he's going to focus. He focuses the bottom gateway, so we Chrono Boost the other gateway. And now behind this, I'm going to cancel the stalker that is not being Chrono Boosted because I need that money back. And I'm going to make shield batteries and a second gateway. And I'm going to make probably 2 or 3 shield batteries and a second gateway so that I can actually make stalkers 2 at a time. Still, because this gateway is also going to die. It's going to die as well. But at least I can get a stalker out to actually start stopping the cannon rush because I can focus fire the probe down. And I built another pylon just to make sure we don't get underpowered so we can't focus fire pylons. My stalker is getting some shots off. We almost killed the probe. It ran away. This gateway dies. It's totally fine. But now my gateway in the back is being Chrono Boosted so that I can make more stalkers. And that's why I'm saving Chrono Boosts. And now I kill the probe. Probe is priority here, so we can't keep building cannons all over my base. And then I'm just killing zealots now. And now we have 2 stalkers. And we have a 3rd stalker being Chrono Boosted again in just a second. And we're still making probes too. As probes die, I'm still making more probes. And now look at his mineral line. It's got 13. Look at our mineral line. It's got 13. But we also have 3 on the gas. So it's 16 versus... Actually, 16 versus 14 probes because he has 1 proxied probe. We kill his probe again. So now he has no way to further build cannons in my base. There's no probe aggressive anymore. We killed both probes. And now we're about to have 4 stalkers. So we have enough to not only kill this zealot super fast, but now we can also kill his cannons backwards all the way to the... You know, we can kill this cannon first and kill this cannon second with micro. We can just get rid of them so they can't kill my buildings. And then if we kill this pylon... This cannon's underpowered. We kill that cannon. He loses high ground vision, and then we can kill the rest of his contain. And then at that point, we're gonna have either 6 or 8 stalkers, and the game's over. So it's all about just how to get out your first fucking stalker and delay the cannons enough early to buy yourself time to get your stalker count up. And everything we just said, you can rewatch this again. Everything we just said is steps to do that. So that's fucking huge. That is 100% how you stop a cannon rush. It's so annoying to fight a cannon rush. It took me like quite a few tries to like really get it down. So don't feel bad if you try it a few times and you're like, well, fuck, I'm doing mistakes here and there. Just know the biggest thing is to build gateways as fast as you can at the backup gateways and to always Chrono Boost the opposite gateway that is dying. So he focuses one, Chrono the other. That stalker is going to buy you time to get the rest of your shit going. And then don't forget to chrono boost your new gateways in the back as fast as you can over and over and over and build stalkers. And don't forget to build extra pylons near these gateways, because some Protosses will focus fire your pylons. And if you only have one pylon, and like let's say pylon, 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 instead of pylon, pylon, pylon. So if you have two pylons not powering the gates and only one's powering the gate, he could actually walk his zealots over here when he has like 3. When I only have like 1 stalker at this stage. He could literally, with 1 stalker versus 3 zealots, he could actually walk over to the 1 pylon and kill it. He obviously can't do that this game because I have 3 pylons powering the gateways now. I've built 3 next to it. But if I only had 1 and I built the other ones elsewhere, you would lose the power of your gates, and then he would never let you build it again, because suddenly you would kill the 1 zealot while he killed your pylon, and then he would have 2 more zealots coming in because he has 2 gates proxied, and then you know, now you're having a fucking zealot chase your stalker, and 3 more zealots are killing a pylon again as it tries to get built again. And it would just never go up. More zealots would keep coming faster than you could kill them with just 1 stalker, and then your probes would start dying. So it would get out of hand. So multiple pylons is huge too for powering the backup gateways. And that's really it. It's really annoying, but once you get it down, it's good. Like what we just did here, this was perfect defense in my opinion. It was great defense. It's not going to be perfect in terms of like you can't lose a unit. Like we are going to lose some probes here and there, but once you get to like 3 or 4 stalkers, it's so fucking easy to hold this. It's only hard when you have 0 or 1 stalker, which is why that pylon block is so important. And then also that first chrono gateway is so important because it buys you time to make more. I hope that makes sense. What do you think of the approach just to build another Nexus then recall? Against that, it would suck. I would never have enough time to rebuild all my tech because he would just find me with zealots and kill me again. Making a Nexus and recalling is not the worst against someone who pure cannon rushes you with just a cannon rush. But that's not a pure cannon rush. That's a zealot cannon rush. That's fucking cannons and zealots. It's fucking Barry, dude. Oh my god, it's Barry. I don't want this kid to be in my YouTube series. Get the fuck out of here, Barry. Who's Barry? I'll keep it PG. He's a Terran. Why you hate Barry? Oh, I have fucking good reasons to hate Barry. But it's gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard. His Terran is, you know, better than my Protoss, so this will be difficult. This will be difficult. Yo, Kestrel, thank you very much for the the gifted sub. Welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Thank you very much. Barry Allen is a badass. I like Barry Allen. I watch you way too much. I got you, boo. Yo, Kestrel, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's you don't have to sub, but the fact that you want to continue it, that's awesome. Tell us how you really feel about Barry? Oh, I already did. You think I was fucking joking about wanting to do a crowdfunded fighting, like a boxing match between me and Barry? That wasn't a joke. I'd fucking legit do it. This offer's still on the table. ViBE vs Ketrock brought me here. Ketrock's cool. Ketrock is a crazy StarCraft player. Ketrock's cool. Alright, so we're gonna scout his base with a hallucinated phoenix. Hallucination? Oh shit, oops. For some reason I was like, I can build my Robo Bay already. I cannot. Now I can. This might be a tank timing. Maybe? It could be Cyclone Marine. It's maybe honestly okay, it's Hellion Squad. Okay. Hellion drop. Oh shit! Stop shooting your old trackers, boys! Fuck! Part of me was thinking that also could have been a Widowmine Drilling Claw drop if I just didn't see an armory somewhere. But yeah, it was obviously it was Hellions because we just saw it. Okay, we need to start a Twilight Council pretty soon. Let's get another scout, another read in his base to see what his follow-up is going to turn into. But yeah, we definitely need a council early now, and we need to keep chrono boosting out like Colossus, I would say. I'm worried about a bio timing. And he is going bio with tanks. He is not making any more tanks. He's also making Widow Mines. So, Colossus doesn't seem like that bad of an idea. Let's get a couple more gates. Trying to boost that shit. Let's also get a couple forges at this point too. And I'm gonna go for charge first, only because he's going tank heavy. If he's gonna go tank heavy, I'm gonna go charge. I'm afraid of it. Like, I'm more afraid of the tanks than I am of the Widow Mines. The Widow Mines, I already have Colossus to deal with that, but the tanks are going to be a fucking problem if I don't deal with it properly. Okay, let's keep it going. You know, upgrades, get charge, get 1-1 going. Keep getting zealots. Maybe make like another sentry just for like a backup guardian shield or something. For Marines. And yeah, dude. Once we have charge, it's going to be less intimidating. For sure. Let's get a couple pylons in front of my base so I can see where he pushes from. And let's get a Templar Archives so I can go into Storm quickly now after. Okay, let's make another Colossus too at this stage. Don't show him I'm here. I want him to push if he's actually there. He might be there right now. Yeah, he's there. Let's do it. Fucking no. The observer. Shit. So I built a backup observer, so we're not dead. Okay, he backed off. That was definitely kind of scary terrain to fight on for me. This is like a little choke point. Get a few more stalkers, and we'll start making some Templar now. Are these Diablo or WoW tunes? These are World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft tunes. Let's take it to the base up here. Go deal with that Marine that's sitting there. Okay, I'm going to send one Zealot down the bottom side, one Zealot over the north side. What the fucking proxy, huh? Send a Zealot through the... Or send a hallucination through the middle. Okay, he's so fucking greedy, dude. We need to go. Go do something right now. Only I can take a fourth base that fast. Not you. You guys, are you kidding me? Give him some of the storm. War gates. Stargate as well. Start making disruptors too. No more. Disruptor is the name of the game now, in my opinion. I feel like it makes the most sense. Transfer some probes. Honestly, taking out the base. And get ready to start going into the next big shit here as well. As in... Transfer some probes. Get some DTs as well. We just need to like cover our ass, basically. Don't lose control of the game. And I can't really do much about the planetary right now, I feel like. But once we get a little bit more disruptors, that's going to be a different story. Like, I'm looking for like 5 maybe. Back up for my next round of units to finish and get the fuck over here and abuse some disruptor shots again. Kill the Nexus, or the command center. I always say Nexus. Kill that shit. Good job. Way to go, boys. Get some, get another base going. And now let's kill his planetary. Oh my god, he's so fucking greedy. He's immediately fucking rebuilding it. Jesus. Now what the fuck? He's got bases everywhere. Are you fucking serious? Okay. Boys, we did it. It feels pretty good. We went with our F race. Fuck yeah. Gobble gobble. Give me those fucking ladder points. Is that GM yet? When is it gonna make stalkers versus adepts? It's stylistic, I think, more. And with my style I teach people, I don't think you should be going adepts. I think stalkers are the more versatile option. It's safer. It's also more macro focused. Adepts are more aggressive focused. Adepts would require builds that like take slower expansions, take faster gateway counts, and go more aggressive earlier on in the game. Opening up just like defensive couple gateway adept is gonna actually lose you so many fucking games, I feel like, if you're not actually putting any pressure on your opponent. And I think putting pressure on your opponent is something that is super fucking advanced. Like constantly pressuring the whole game. Even if you're going for GM, that's advanced as fuck. I feel like if you watch, like, for instance, I'm just gonna throw Protoss' name out there, that's really good. Like Showtime. If Showtime does an adept build, he's most likely not going to be going for like 2 gates into a 3rd base. He's probably going to be going for like 5 gates or 6 gates or something off of like 2 bases with adepts. Or some shit, like some type of hybrid adept He's going to do something like a Prism Adept. He's going to be aggressive with Adept. He's going to do something aggressive. And that requires a whole other round of, or realm of like finesse in that situation. That you just have to know what you're doing all the time. Stalkers are more of the, okay, I'm going to make Stalkers and I'm just going to basically like, I'm safer now against Adept, or sorry, I'm safer against like drops, Medivacs, whether it be Hellions, whether it be Widowmines, whether it be Bio. It'll help against Banshees. If he goes BCs really fast, I'll be okay. If he goes for a tank timing, I can just realize that and Stalkers will help, but now I can make Zealots too. If he goes Cyclones, Stalkers are good. Like, Stalkers are just so good against so many fucking things. And Adepts are not. But Adepts are really good at being aggressive, so if your plan is to be aggressive, Adepts are more your flavor, I guess. But we're doing passive macro most of the time. Just macro, power spike, kill. That's usually our game plan. Because it's the most repetitive learning aspect, I feel like. The best way to say this is going Stalkers puts you in similar situations. It's not always the same exact thing, but it puts you in similar situations more often than doing aggression with Adepts would do. Because aggression with Adepts can change everything based off of how much damage you do, based off of what tech your opponent is going for, and based off of how he builds his buildings. So it's so much variance when you do aggressive builds, and it requires you to really know your shit, basically, to pull them off and do them well. That's why it's harder to teach that. I don't even know what I'm doing with Adepts half the time. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have enough experience with Adepts yet, so I haven't even actually gotten there myself. Honestly, that's like high level shit, like very high level Protoss shit. Like top level Protosses will be the ones who, like, again, like a pro Protoss player would be somebody who would actually know their shit with that. But this game, guys, this game came down to early timing didn't do enough. It was first the Hellions. I would say the Hellions did a bit. The Hellions definitely did a bit, but I don't think they did enough. Secondly, the tank timing with Bio Mine didn't do enough. It didn't kill our third. It didn't kill our probes. It kind of just washed up against our Zealots and ran away. So we had like a good overall foundation for the game. And then we went into, then the other thing too was he went into Ghost Marauder Viking heavy. And we kind of stopped going Colossus with Storm, and we started going into just mass disruptors with Gateway units and Tempest. The disruptor transition and not making High Templars anymore was actually great because it shut down the Ghost really well. And also the disruptors were really, really good against Marauders. He's so fucking greedy. I'm so surprised. Like, so many command centers so fast. He's got 5 command centers when I haven't even started my 5th Nexus. But yeah, this is when we start switching into Disruptor Micro. And the Disruptors definitely pulled their weight hardcore. Because you can see we're kind of behind right now, and it's because of you know, first of all, the Viking Cloud just destroyed our Colossus. I think it was appropriate to make Colossus though, because he was going Widow Mines, but he's kind of done making Widow Mines now, or not really. Actually, he still makes them, I guess. It's very hybridy. The style is very hybridy. It's like Marauders cover the mines, mines cover the Vikings, Vikings cover the Marauders and mines. Like, everything just kind of covers each other, but I feel like it's very countered to Colossus and it's very weak to Disruptors. The only thing that this style is good against, for me, against what he's doing, is the Widow Mines. Like, my Colossus own the Widow Mines, but then I get fucked by the Marauders and the Viking. But once we go Marauder, or once we go Disruptor, Disruptors actually completely destroy the Marauder, and they're immune to Viking, because what are the Vikings going to do? Land and die. And then the Widow Mines just get countered by Stalkers at that point. And if there's not enough Widow Mines, it's not even intimidating for my Zealots either. So I guess a good thing we can kind of take away from this game to talk about it is our Colossus choice would be good against somebody who goes for like multiple factory reactor. Like if he goes for lots of Widow Mines, like if we're talking like every fight we have, there's like 12 Widow Mines there, then yes, Colossus would be amazing. But he only has like 2 to 4 Widow Mines every fight. He has barely any because he's only making them off of 1 factory. So, yeah. And then, yeah, now we have the multiple disruptors, which makes it even scarier, for sure. And now he's got Ghost as well, so this is even more reason why Disruptors are so good, because Disruptors can one-shot Widow Mines, Disruptors can one-shot everything off the barracks, basically. Widow Mines and everything off the barracks. So Ghost, Marauder, Marine, all of it, Reaper, it all dies to one-shot. Obviously, he's not going to make Reapers right now. But he is making a lot of Ghost and Marauder. And the fact that Widow Mines, or that Disruptors one-shot that is huge. Because if we get one good shot, suddenly our Zealots just run over the rest with our Stalkers. So that is quite nice. Disruptor was, for sure, a good call. I really have grown a love for Disruptors. I actually really like Protoss players. I think Disruptor is one of those units that I don't recommend you try to use until you're masters. And when you first start using it, you're going to probably feel like it sucks. You're going to be like, God, this unit is just so awkward. And I just like it. I don't get what I want. Usually, sometimes I get a good shot, but a lot of times it just feels like it sucks. Like it feels just like it just doesn't get what the results that I want out of it. But you'll hit this point where you get comfortable with it, and then the unit just goes from like being kind of like mildly shitty to like amazing. A Disruptor is actually so fucking good once you get good at controlling it. It is so good. You just have to get used to like the process of pulling back and throwing Disruptor orbs as you go, or calculating or judging like with a good estimation how far the orb is going to chase something that's running away from you. Like once you really comprehend how far a Disruptor shot will go, and you really get like comfortable with the move speed of it, it is so fucking good because you'll make like you just know when to shoot it to take good shots. It's really just about knowing when to shoot your shot, essentially, and that just takes experience. Like, the faster the unit is, the earlier you can shoot the shot. Also, to line of sight blockers change how this shot goes too. The more line of sight blocking you have, the faster you can shoot your shot because you can't see it. But also the distance, you don't want to commit too far because your Disruptor will die, but you don't want to shoot it too early because then your Disruptor will just miss. It's just balance of understanding when to shoot your shot. That's what she said. He's kind of out of money at this point. Main's dried up, natural is dried up, third is looking okay, fourth is looking okay, but his new base has just died. And our new base, we actually are now successfully on a higher base count than the Terran at this stage. And army-wise, like, we definitely have the bank. We've definitely been taking better trades throughout this game. That is really 100% because of Disruptors. Because it's not just because, oh, Disruptors killed everything. It's because Disruptors break down enough of the critical mass to then allow gateway units to overpower the rest. That's why that works like that. So the Disruptors, in turn, once we get a good shot, it just makes gateway that much better. Because suddenly now we have, like, 20 supply over him all of a sudden. And it's not enough to actually stop the Zealots from just swarming his ass, basically. So it's just good. It's really good against Marauder heavy styles. And then the Tempest is really good too, just as a little peppered on addition to being like, cool, we're gonna have Tempest to you know, siege, basically. Kill Liberators, kill Widow Mines if they can, start poking a base. What do you guys think? Chat, hold on. Before we play another game, what do you think? Should we play another one, or should we stop? We are ranked 12 right now in Contender. There is a chance we might get GM for this. This is very GM Contender-ish right now. Because you also got to think about this. Anybody who has less than 30 games is disqualified. So disqualified, disqualified, disqualified. That person can get it. Disqualified, yes, no. Or sorry, yes, yes. No, no, no. Yes. So I'm actually on the list of yeses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm number 5 on the list of yeses. I'm 5th place right now in Contender. I'm 5th place. I might actually get GM for this. It's at times like this when I think if I had to get, if I played one more and I won, and I'd say I won like 15 more points, I would say 99% chance I get GM. But right now, I think it's 50-50. Or maybe a little bit higher. Maybe like I'm actually ranked 5, realistically. It might even be more like 60% chance that I get it. I think I'm gonna stop. I think I'm gonna let it sit, because I've actually, I actually think we might get it. I think we might get it for real. It's number 5, dude. There's so many inactive people. But those were good, because also here's the thing. I would love to upload this. I don't want to not upload this. I would love to upload this segment, because I think it was really fucking good. I think the segment was really just informative. It was like actually a lot of example games of shit that I feel like I've really capitalized on and done really, like I've improved on my weak points of my Protoss. I think it was a good segment. So yeah, fuck it, dude. I think I'm gonna end it there, just to see if we get GM out of it. I think we could. It's very likely I could. It's higher than 50% probably. Like it's number 5. Seriously, that's very high in Contender. Anyways, screw it. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna end it, and I'm gonna try to upload this. Let's fucking do it, man. Let's do it. Can you say "fook" on the YouTube? You can say whatever you want on YouTube. Okay, that's not true. That's not true, but yeah, you can swear. But yeah, guys, yo, it was a nice end to the Protoss. I do highly think we're gonna get there's a good chance we're gonna get GM, so we'll see what happens. But thank you guys very much for watching the part 3 Bronze to GM, Masters 1 to GM segment, whatever you want to call it. But it honestly, dude, I'm not gonna lie, my Zerg crushed through this series, no problem. As I honestly thought it would. I didn't think I was gonna struggle with Zerg at all, because Zerg is definitely my main race. But my Protoss has come a long way. We've definitely refined our Protoss heavily in the last 200 MMR push here. Like, I don't think we had to refine our Protoss up until 5K, and then once we hit 5K, it was a fucking struggle. And I feel like our Protoss has definitely improved a lot. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been a journey. If you guys are watching this video first and you haven't watched any other ones, you can go back and watch all the way from Bronze 3 forward. Lots of information to help you guys get through all the leagues. But I highly recommend going and checking it out. And also, you can check out a Terran series and a Zerg series as well, as I kind of just was mentioning a second ago. Check those out too if you're a different race and you want to check those other races out. But much love, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the GM promotion video. And until then, take it easy, everybody. Good luck to you and your own Protoss games. And once again, thank you guys for watching. It's been a great journey. Love you guys. Peace.